fashion content as much as I can. I try to stick to a schedule, but sometimes life happens and I can't. So this is my disclaimer that if you don't see a post from me every single week, that's probably why, because I do have a full-time job. Okay, in today's video, we're gonna recreate the viral TikTok makeup filter. I don't know if you know the one I'm talking about. I'm gonna put a screenshot of it over here, but it's the one labeled light makeup, the one that's going viral. Everyone's loving it, everyone's using it because it just has the most perfect natural makeup ever, and it makes your face snatched. Now I know that the filter changes the shape of your nose a little bit and kind of the shape of your face a little bit, but we're gonna disregard that because everyone's nose shape and face shape is beautiful as it is. So we're gonna get right into the makeup tutorial. Okay, I obviously had to get my phone and go on TikTok first to see how the filter actually looks like because I need a reminder. And I'm gonna have my phone on me all throughout the video to make sure that I'm actually copying the filter as close as possible to how it makes your face look like. So let's try it. I actually have it in my saved. I do use this filter quite a bit. And if you don't follow me on TikTok, this is your chance to go check out my TikTok channel because I post a lot of content over there. I'm gonna put my name over here. It's SmarsLifeXO, similar to my Instagram and YouTube names. So, okay, the filter is very natural looking. It has a bit of eyeliner, a bit of false eyelashes that are more on the side, and some bronziness to the eye color. But there's not much to go on the face, so it's mostly gonna be an eye tutorial from what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I just went off camera to moisturize my face and I didn't put anything else on it. I grabbed two of my favorite palettes for this look, so we're gonna be using the Morphe palette by Avani. It has a lot of really nice shades in it, and I really like the texture of the eyeshadows in this palette. And I also grabbed my Huda Beauty palette. This is in the shade Topaz Obsessions. It has a lot of neutrals, a lot of browns, a lot of bronzes that we can use for this look. And I find that this palette is perfect for traveling or just carrying makeup on the go because of its tiny size. I grabbed it from my local Sephora. I do actually live right directly above a Sephora, so it's quite dangerous for me to constantly be going there. Okay, I zoomed in a bit more on my face so you could see a better view of my eyes and what I'm actually doing. So I'm gonna open the Morphe palette by Avani first, and I want to use literally the whitest shade in the palette and just put it all over my eyelid. It doesn't matter if it looks messy or if it's not blended very well. I'm just it's gonna be the base for our makeup, if that makes sense. And I'm using a BH Cosmetics flat eyeshadow brush to do so. By the way, I have a mirror in the palette in front of me, and that's why I'm looking downwards, if that makes sense. Makeup look is more on the bronzy side. I'm going to grab my Huda Beauty palette and grab the middle shade over here. It's more of a peachy beige color, and we're gonna be putting this more towards the crease outer area, this triangle on your eyelid. And it also doesn't matter if it's messy, we're gonna clean everything up later on, but we're gonna slowly buff it in a windshield swipe motion into the crease. Gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Now with the same fluffy brush, I'm going to grab the shade named Chunkin' Coffee, which is a nice warm tone brown shade. This one over here right next to the orange. And we're gonna put this directly in the crease. And be light-handed with the Avani palette eyeshadows because they're super pigmented. Again, we're doing a windshield swiping motion and some tiny circular motion. We're gonna drag it a little bit more outwards to create some sort of wing to make the eye look bigger, because the filter really does make your eyes look bigger, brighter, and actually pop. Okay, since the makeup look is very, very bronzy, I grabbed my bronzer from Rimmel London, and this is a very popular drugstore bronzer that's in a matte finish. And I'm gonna use it to shade my crease in a bit more. So the same thing that we were doing with the brown from before, but with this bronzer. And I'm gonna drag it even more outwards and create a V shape outside of my eye. And the eye step, we're gonna take an angled eyeliner brush and we're gonna line our eyes using eyeshadow. So I'm just looking for mine right now. Where did it go? There we go. This is an eyeliner brush by e.l.f. It was literally like $1 or $2. I grabbed it from my drugstore. And it has a really nice pointy shape to it, and I think that it makes eyeliner application really easy. So I'm going to be grabbing this black matte from the Avani palette, and it's going to be like a really thin and not dramatic eyeliner, by the way, because the makeup looked super natural and it was labeled light makeup, so like, meaning so. So for the face right now, I'm going to be using concealer. This one is by Maybelline. It's their Fit Me concealer, and I think that this one has a really natural finish. That's why I'm using it. And I'm not going to use foundation at all. Then I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend it all out. Now that the concealer is all blended in place, I'm going to use a darker shade of the Maybelline Fit Me to contour. And I find that cream products always give a more dewy and natural finish than powder products. That's why I'm using this to contour. So I usually just do the fishy face and then dot in the center of the fishy face. A little bit of this, you don't want to go overboard because it's concealer technically, so it is really pigmented. Like this, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I like to blend it in with a buffer brush, and this is a small buffer brush from True Fiction. Contour, so I'm gonna take the bronzer that I used for my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use this really small brush to like make very detailed lines across my nose like this, and then one over here and one over here, and then blend them all in. That way you get like the button nose effect that's like heavily contoured look that the filter has. nose contour more prominent, I'm going to put a line in the middle, but it's not going to cover the entire nose. It's going to just be a little line over here on the bridge of the nose. Just like so, and now I'm going to blend it in with the same brush, just with a tapping motion. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with a tiny little circle over here on the tip of my nose. I'm going to blend it in with my finger. Now I got closer because we're getting back to the eyes because we were not done with them. So I just want to note that I didn't set my under eyes with powder because I want to keep the dewy look to my face. But if your eyeshadow, not eyeshadow, what am I talking about? If your concealer creases, do make sure to set it with powder first. But I just want to go for like the most natural look ever. That's why I'm not doing so. Okay, now for the under eye, I'm going to use an angled fluffy brush. This one is by True Fiction as well. And I think I got these from my local Shoppers Drug Mart, which is a Canadian drugstore. So you might be able to find them at any drugstore around you. And I'm going to take the same brown shade from the Avani palette that we put in our crease, the one that's called Chunkin's Coffee. I'm going to just put a little bit on the brush because it's so pigmented, and we're going to focus it more on the outer portion of the under eye. Now for the eyebrows, I'm going to be using my Got2b glue gel and just putting it on a spoolie and just brushing it through my eyebrows. And I'm just going to put like a really tiny bit on each one of the eyebrows because the filter doesn't really do anything to your eyebrows and it just keeps the natural look of them. So we're focusing on that. So just literally the tiniest amount. And just grabbing my mirror over here. Now just slowly brush everything upwards. Between both eyebrows, but this just looks more put together than this one. Now onto blush. So for blush, I'm going to be using this cream blush by Quo, and I got this from my local Shoppers Drug Mart as well. And this is in the color Sunrise 24. It's a really nice peachy color, and I'm just only gonna put a little bit, like just above where we contoured. And then we're going to blend it with a beauty blender that I use to do everything else. So I'm just going to use the flat side of it to blend. Blending more upwards and outwards. Okay, now back to the eyes. I grabbed my Essence Long Lasting Brown Eyeliner and we're going to line our lower waterline, but only the outer portion of it. So literally just the tiniest amount on the outer portion, like so. This one is by Velour Lashes, and I'm only going to put mascara on my bottom lashes. Okay, now we're going to add some really natural winged lashes. So these are by Velour Lashes, lashes, and they're in the shade No Drama, and they're basically kind of like half lashes, but not really. They're like literally the most natural lashes ever, and they give your eye the winged foxy eye look, which is like perfect for this like filter look. So I'm gonna put some velour eyelash glue on my eyelids and then stick the eyelashes right above. I'm gonna do this step off camera because it's just easier for me to do so, but if you want an in-depth tutorial on how to apply false eyelashes, please let me know in the comments below. Now I glued on the eyelashes and we're gonna go into the final step, which is lips. I'm gonna be using the Morphe lip liner in Makeup Talk to quickly line my lips. Now I'm gonna take the NYX Dewy Finish face spray and set my makeup entirely. This has a really natural dewy finish to it, and I highly recommend it for any like natural looking no makeup look. And yeah, this is the final look that we're going for. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to leave me a comment down below. Make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other socials that I will tag over here. Bye!